These are the 5 best high-yield savings accounts in no particular order for 2025, and this is coming from someone who's worked in finance for over 8 years. And we're starting with SoFi Checking and Savings. Now, SoFi is a bit unique in that they combine both their checking and saving accounts, meaning you automatically get both when you sign up. Now, SoFi currently offers a 3.8% APY for money kept in their high-yield savings account and a 0.5% APY for money kept in their high-yield checking account. Now, SoFi doesn't have any account fees or minimum balance requirements, and they offer one of the highest FDIC insurance on this entire list, which is up to $2 million. But honestly, that's kind of overkill for most people. One of the biggest differences with SoFi HYSA compared to the other accounts in this video is that they're offering a sign-up bonus of up to $300. But there's a catch, because there are 2 big requirements that you need to meet. Number 1, you need to set up direct deposit. Now, basically, however you get paid for your job, whether that's from a payroll provider, benefits provider, or government agency, that money needs to be deposited into your SoFi account. And unfortunately, deposits from PayPal, Venmo, or a private wire transfer does not qualify. If you don't set up direct deposit, your high yield savings account with SoFi is only gonna have a 1% APY, which is bad. Number 2, you need to receive a certain amount of money in the form of direct deposits within a 30-day window to qualify for the $300 sign-up bonus. And according to SoFi's terms, the $300 sign-up bonus is tiered, meaning if your direct deposit is under $999.99 in that 30-day period, you're not getting anything, okay? If your direct deposit is between $1,000 to $4,999.99, then you get $50. So if you want to get the full $300 sign-up bonus, your direct deposits have to total more than $5,000. In other words, unless you're making at least $5K a month, you're not going to get the entire $300 sign-up bonus. Now, the features that I want to quickly mention that SoFi offers that I think is pretty cool is 1, if you do set up your direct deposits, you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Number 2, there is a feature called Vaults that lets you set up different saving vaults for different saving goals, like if you want to save for emergency fund or vacation fund or a down deposit for a house. Overall, I think the SoFi saving and checking account is a decent option if you can set up steady direct deposits and you're not necessarily looking for the highest rate for your money, because SoFi does have the lowest rate in this entire list. Now, keep in mind, if you don't set up direct deposits, SoFi will only give you 1% APY in its high yield savings account, which is bad. And you need to earn at least $5K in direct deposits to qualify for the full $300 sign-up bonus. And if you are interested, I'm gonna leave some links down below if you wanna check out SoFi or any of the other accounts in this video. Next is Bask Bank Interest Savings Account, which offers one of the highest APY in this entire video at 4.35%. Also, fun fact, Bask Bank was actually one of the first online banks in the US. Now, there are no minimum balance requirements or monthly maintenance fees, and they have FDIC insurance up to $250,000, which is the standard. One of the most unique offerings about Bask Bank is that in addition to its high yield savings account, where you can earn interest like normal, they also have a separate mileage savings account where you can actually earn American Airlines Advantage miles instead of interest and cash. Basically, this mileage account rewards you with 2 American Airlines Advantage miles per dollar saved annually. So if you have $1,000 saved over a year in your account, you get 212 Advantage miles. And if you know how to optimize your miles and points, you could redeem your miles at around $2.04 each, meaning you get an equivalent of $51 in value over the course of the year. So overall, Bask Bank's high yield saving account offers one of the highest rates in this entire video, which is fantastic. And I really like that Bask Bank delivers exactly what you're looking for, a great interest rate with no extra fluff or unnecessary features. Now, while I do think its mileage savings account is a really unique offer, I'd say for most people, I'd suggest you just go with their regular high yield savings account, unless you're really plugged into the points and miles space, which does take a lot of time and effort to learn. And something really important that I just want to bring up in the beginning of the video is that a lot of people don't realize what they're missing out on by keeping their money at national banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, or Bank of America. You see, the problem with these big banks is that they offer terrible interest rates, as low as 0.01% for their traditional savings account. In fact, here's what the difference in just a few percentage points actually looks like. So if you deposit $10,000 in a Chase savings account at a 0.01% interest rate, you'd earn $1 in interest by the end of the year. But if you put that $10,000 in a high yield savings account with 4.35% interest rate, like at Fast Bank, for example, you'd earn $435 by the end of the year, which is a lot more. Now, personally for me, opening a high yield savings account was one of my very first streams of passive income, which continues to pay me hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in interest every single month just for keeping my money in there. And again, I'll leave links down below if you do want to check out Fast Bank or any of the other accounts in this video. Next is Live Oak Bank's high yield savings account, which offers a 4.2% APY. It has no minimum balance requirements and no monthly maintenance fees, and is FDIC insured up to $250,000. Now, technically you need a penny in there to get the 4.2% APY, but you can easily get there. One of the most unique features with Live Oak is that in addition to its high yield savings account, it also offers certificate of deposits or CDs. Basically, it's when you agree to lock your money up for a certain period of time and then they pay you money for it. For example, if you lock up your money for a year, they'll give you a 4.3% APY. Now, the main difference between keeping your money in Live Oak's high yield savings account versus using Live Oak's CDs is that with CDs, your money is basically locked up, meaning you can't withdraw it out whenever you want to. So overall, Live Oak is a great bank that offers a high interest rate and CDs, which is fantastic. And also, fun fact, Live Oak is also pretty well known in the business banking space for small business, that I actually have one of my business bank accounts at Live Oak because of their really good rate and CDs. And again, I'm gonna leave some links down below if you do wanna check out Live Oak Bank or any of the other accounts in this video. Next is UFB Direct Savings Account, which offers a 4.01% APY, but you can boost it to 4.21%, and I'll show you how in just a second. UFB Direct has no minimum balance requirements and no monthly maintenance fees, and is FDIC insured up to $250,000. But one of the most unique features that it offers is allowing you to boost your high yield savings account rate up to 4.21%. And you can do this if you follow this 4-step process. Step 1 is when you sign up for the UFB savings account, which you automatically get that 4.01% APY, it's gonna ask you if you wanna open up a UFB Freedom checking account. Now, this is where you wanna say yes, because you need it to take advantage of the extra 0.20% rate, which is actually split into 3 different tiers. But actually their checking account is also pretty solid, right? It offers a 2% APY, which is probably the highest I've ever seen for checking accounts anywhere. Step 2 is to unlock the first tier of the bonus rate, which is an extra 0.05%, you need to set up direct deposits that total $5,000 per month. Now, step 3, to get the additional 0.10% rate, you need to maintain a minimum balance of $10,000. And finally, step 4, to get the remaining 0.05% rate, you do need to make 10 approved debit transactions per statement cycle. And after you finish all these steps, you're gonna get the full additional 0.20% rate, making your 4.01% high yield savings account into a 4.21%. I will say though, maintaining this rate does require a bit of effort and energy, and it might not be worth it for just an extra 0.20% boost. But the great thing is it is pretty flexible, meaning you don't have to do every single step. You can just do step 1 and step 2, or just step 1, and you can get an extra 0.5% or an extra 0.15% rate. It's really based on what you can do and what you want to do. But even if you don't do any of this, you still get the 4.01% APY, which is still solid. And again, I'm gonna leave the links down below if you wanna check out UFB or any of the other accounts in this video. Next is Laurel Road's high yield saving account, which offers a very solid 4% APY. There's no minimum deposit requirements or monthly maintenance fees, and it offers FDIC insurance up to $250,000. And similar to Fast Bank, Laurel Road delivers exactly what you're looking for, right? High interest rate, no extra fluff, no unnecessary features. But there are 2 things that I do want to highlight. Number 1, they also offer a separate Laurel Road's loyalty checking account, where you can earn monthly bonus payments with qualifying deposits. For example, if you have direct deposits set up with that for at least $2,500 per month, Laurel Road will give you $20 extra per month for the first year. And after the first year, they're still gonna give you $10 extra per month. Now, number 2 is they offer a bunch of other financial service features that you might find helpful. For instance, if you have student loans, they offer student loan forgiveness consultations and student loan refinancing. Now, overall, Laurel Road is a solid option if you're just looking for a decently competitive rate for your money. And also, their separate checking account gives you a $20 bonus every single month for the first year if you have at least $2,500 in direct deposits with it, which is pretty fantastic. Now, there are 3 more accounts that are worth noting. In fact, some of you guys actually brought these accounts up in my previous video, and I do agree, they do deserve to be on this list, but I did separate them out in their own section because these accounts aren't technically banks, right? They're considered cash management accounts, which means that they are fintech companies or finance technology companies who partners with banks to provide banking features. Now, these partner banks still offer FDIC insurance and have good rates, but keep in mind, these are technically middlemen, and we have seen some past issues with these middleman fintech companies in the past. The first account actually worth noting actually offers the highest rate out of this entire video at 4.39%, and that is Valley Bank. And next we have Betterment and Wealthfront, who both offer a respectable 4% APY. Now remember, all 3 are FDIC insured with no minimum fees or requirements. Now, I'll leave the links down below if you do want to check them out. But that leads me to something that you've got to start accepting. And it's that even if you're trying your hardest to make the most out of your money, sometimes you might still feel like you're not doing enough. And that might be because you don't know what you need to do immediately after you get paid. Click here to find the best paycheck routine for 2025.